So the first question that I would like to ask is, you guys travel a lot, go to a lot of different places. So to keeping the first question simple, what is the best food you ever had and where's that from?
I think like the best food that I can think about is probably some schnitzel somewhere, but I don't know which one was the best. We kind of have a game where we go like we try to like compare schnitzels, but which one is the best one we had?
We had a whole bunch of good ones. It's hard to say
But
exactly.
we had a really good one here in Berlin, I know. Like the day we went out, the day off, but I don't remember the place. And also, when we were in Barcelona, like 2 years ago, we had amazing scampi. Like garlic and chili scampi. That's also really good. So, yeah, some schnitzel and scampi, for me at least.
Yeah. But it's the same for all of us.
Yeah.
It's seafood or meat.
And sometimes we get to go to Hans, our bass player's mother's home in Cottbus, and she makes the meanest meatloaf in the world. It's really, really good.
Yeah, that should be the answer.
Yeah,
It's
Hans' mom's
best
meatloaf.
food
Yeah,
we ever got on tour.
it's the best. Yeah.
So speaking of touring, you guys get to play your songs in a lot of different places, so a lot of different audiences. And after a while, you kind of develop a feeling to how the audience reacts to different songs and what the audience usually likes to hear live and what not. So what I want to go with this question is, I have two parts. The first one would be, does that affect or impact the way you see the albums after you release it and play it live? And the second part would be, does that impact the way that you create your music in the future, depending on how you learn what songs works better live and what not?
I think it does. Like, since we're mainly a touring band, I think all the music we make is very affected by playing it live. So I think when we're making songs, we think a lot about how the crowd would respond when we play it live, but also how we would feel when we're playing it live. Like, is this a part that makes me happy, you know? Like, is this something that works in a live situation? And I think also we tend to not overdo the albums in a recording situation, because then we can't deliver them live. That's what I would say, at least.
I agree.
So yeah, it's important, the live. Like, if you have a riff that you feel like, yeah, this is really gonna work, and then sometimes you have something that is more for yourself, maybe, that you think this is just really cool, and sometimes you end up not playing it live, actually, because it's just not working in that situation. But for the album, it works perfectly.
This is going to be more of an old school questions between smaller venues or festivals. Which one is your favorite to play live?
It depends, I guess. Like, it always depends on the crowd and the mood. Sometimes festivals can be amazing, but I would say in most cases, like packed club shows where you have that intense feeling, I would say most of the times that's better. Would you agree? Or
I agree.
yeah,
But there's some festival shows that have been amazing and the crowd is totally into it.
yeah.
But 9 out of 10 times a small club show beats everything.
Yeah. And sometimes it's funny because sometimes you can have like a half full show, like a typical Monday show, but then you still make them. We say we turn them over. That we get them into that living room.
Usually we say that every day is Saturday.
Exactly.
Even if it's a Monday, we try to make it into a Saturday.
If you can get the Saturday mood in, even if there's like 40 people and they're going nuts, then you won. And it's just fine. And then you can play for like 2,000 people, but you still got to make them feel the same way. So even if it's sometimes it's easier when there's 2,000, of course.
At the festivals, it's hard to get that the living room feeling that you were
Yeah.
talking about. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you should try.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
As a Swedish band, what do you think are the cultural and environmental factors of being a band from Sweden, and how does that affect the way you compose the music, if at all?
I think, well, there's a lot of bands from Sweden, of course, and there's a lot of bands playing, and I think there's a reason for that, and that's probably because there's a very big sense of like traditional melodies and stuff, and also like a bit of a like we're kind of sad people, but it works when we're making music. You know, we're kind of quiet and we're a little bit laid back, but then we tend to like bring that out in the music, and I think that's something that comes out with the melodies as well. Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like
Makes sense.
yeah, it's like yeah, we make sad melodies, but it works. Kind of.
That makes people happy.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but yeah, if you're sad, you want to listen to something sad but good, and then you become happy. Yeah, so something like that.
Well, this is the last question that I have for you.
Yeah.
Are there any moments in your career where you released some stuff and you were hoping more people react to them, or you didn't get the reactions you were hoping for?
I don't know. Maybe that's a question for you.
That's a hard question. Then.
Well, you've
But
been-
I've always been satisfied because most of the time, people have liked it. But yeah, we have never become a huge band. But still, I'm not sad about that. We're doing our thing our way, and people like it. That's good. But I'm not sitting at home. Why don't we sell a million albums? So why don't we play for 20,000 people